Pastor Matthew Stuckey here, answering the question, should we eat to live or live to eat? When we say eat to live, what we're saying is eating things that are healthy and nutritious, filled full of vitamins, that will give us the energy we need to get through the day. Whereas living to eat means that your life is about just eating the things that are the tastiest. If you want ice cream, you eat it. You go to fancy restaurants and spend a lot of money, and your life is about food. And so we have these two different ideologies. Now, from a biblical standpoint, it's very clear that we should eat to live. We should not live to eat. The Bible says in Proverbs 13, verse 25, "The righteous eateth to the satisfying of his soul, but the belly of the wicked shall want." And the idea is that you eat your meal, and if at that point you've had enough food and everybody knows their limit and you don't need to eat more food, it's like then just stop at that point. Or maybe you've had, a little bit of a dessert. You don't need that extra cookie. You don't need that extra piece of cake. We ought to eat to the satisfying of our soul. Because I think we all know from experience that when we overeat or eat junk food, it causes us to sleep longer, be tired, and not have energy. And I know that if I am not having a healthy diet, it affects my ability to read and memorize the Bible. And those things are vitally important to me because I want to be clear-headed. And when I talk about or think about being sober, it's not just not drinking alcohol, but I want to just be, alert and ready to go. And so we should be eating to live and try to have a good diet because we know it will help us have a better memory, understand stuff. It could give us a longer life. It could give us energy. As Christians, we should eat to the satisfying of our soul rather than just giving in to every lust that we want. Now, I'm not saying it's a sin if you eat a little bit of junk food in your life, but we should strive to actually have a healthy diet. The Bible says, "Whether therefore ye eat or drink or whatsoever ye do, do all to the glory of God." And I believe the Bible mentions eating and drinking because obviously these are not as serious as somebody committing fornication or some actual real sin that's being committed. But the Bible's saying even in our everyday stuff that we do, we should be seeking to glorify God, even if it's the food that we eat. So by all means, it's okay. You go to a fast food restaurant, you drive through at McDonald's or whatever. We have soul winning events where, we can't afford to eat the fanciest food when we have 50 soul winners or whatever. So we might have McDonald's or whatever. And you know what? You pray over that food and, thank God for it, and God can bless it. And I believe God will bless it. But in our lives, we should strive to eat to live as Christians rather than just living to eat. Anyways, thank you and God bless.